Bon Apetit made a drink and called it the Elvis. And here it is. Hey, welcome back to another episode of The Cocktail Show. Maybe that's what we're calling it. I don't know. We still don't have a name for the show. But let's call it The Cocktail Show for right now by Eat Local New York. So as I'm trying to think of what different drinks I want to make, I don't really just want to stick to just the classics. I don't want to try and go with anything that's necessarily seasonal, because summer's still here, but it's kind of coming to a close. You know, here I've got on the wall some pictures of some, famous people that I thought were cool. One of them being Elvis. I mean, who doesn't like Elvis? So I thought I'll research drinks that these people like, and I'll make those drinks. I'll kind of, go through that series and test them out and see what they liked. Well, as you can imagine, the challenge with that is Elvis likes some pretty weird drinks, at least according to the internet today. But I did find one that was, as I'm early on in my cocktail making journey, it's relatively easy. Having read the recipes of the cocktails that Elvis used to actually drink, I can't imagine this is one that he actually drank. But it's called the Elvis, and Bon Apetit put it out, and I figured I would make it. And so that's what we're doing. This drink includes gin that I picked up from 1911, Saint Germain, little elderflower liqueur. It also includes grapefruit juice and beer. I don't know, it seems weird for an Elvis cocktail. I mean, even this seems weird for an Elvis cocktail. But it requires 3 ounces of grapefruit juice that we're gonna squeeze, 1.5 ounces of gin, 1/4 ounce of Saint Germain elderflower liqueur. Shake it all up over ice, pour it in a rocks glass, and top it off with a ale. I picked my ale up from Buried Acorn. So let's get into it. Okay, so if you're wondering, I went with freshly squeezed grapefruit juice, mainly because I was only making this one cocktail, and the only bottles that they had of grapefruit juice at the grocery store were the massive ones, and I'm never going to use this for a while, so I decided I would just buy some grapefruits, and that's what I did. If you're wondering how much juice you get out of a grapefruit, it's about 2 ounces. So this is about 1.5 grapefruit. So that's 3 ounces is what the cocktail calls for. Next, we're going with 1.5 ounces of gin. It calls for a London dry gin. I was at the store, I picked up 1911 because I wanted to have something local in the drink. So 1.5 ounces of 1911 gin. Yes, I know that's on a clear glass, which doesn't make it very fun for the video, but I really like this shaker. I know that's probably not popular, but I really like the shaker. You'll see what I mean here in a second. All right, 1/4 ounce of Saint Germain. And there we go. Okay, got ice in my glass, got ice in my shaker. I think this is the thing that maybe isn't a popular shaker. I just really like it. I've been using it at the bar a lot. Shake this for 30 seconds. Yes, I could just use this strainer that's built in, but I don't. I've used it at the bar, I don't like it, so. Okay, and then now we're topping this off with an ale and garnishing with a grapefruit peel. And there you go, the Elvis. Let's try it. Well, that is surprisingly good. This is a very delicious cocktail. It's hard to describe. It's like there's some of the beer in there. It's like really muted grapefruit, so it's not really bitter. It's kind of refreshing. I mean, the bitterness is there for sure, but it's not like over the top like a heavy grapefruit drink. Yeah, that's actually a really phenomenal cocktail, and I could probably suck down a few of those. So there it is, Elvis. I don't know if you drank many of these in your life, but Bon Apetit made a drink and called it the Elvis, and here it is. Let me know if you make it. If you do, let me know what you think.